Hi, this is Lucky Robin, and today I am making apple cider donuts. Well, donut holes more than donuts, but the recipe will work for either. So for this recipe you need 2 cups of flour, 3/4 cups of sugar, 2 teaspoons of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg, 1/8 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 cup of apple cider, 1/4 cup of milk, 2 eggs, pure vanilla extract, and a tablespoon of melted or softened butter. It doesn't matter, it can be either. Alright, we're going to start by mixing our dry ingredients together. So we start with the 2 cups of flour and add the 2 teaspoons of baking soda, 3/4 cups sugar, 1/4 teaspoon nutmeg, 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon, and 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt. We're just gonna give that a little stir, and on the lowest setting because we don't want it to poof all over the place. And we're just gonna push it down from the sides. Do it a little bit longer. Okay. Now we need to add in our wet ingredients. Start with our 2 eggs, our 1/2 cup of apple cider, our tablespoon of melted butter, and our 1/4 cup of milk. If you are lactose intolerant, you can use any kind of milk. You can use almond milk or rice milk or soy milk, I suppose. Alright, I'm just going to mix this up. It won't take long for this to come together. This is a batter type as opposed to a dough type. So we're just going to scrape around, get any flour off the sides. And another whirl, and just want to do this on the low setting, and you don't want to over mix it because it's a batter and batters don't do well with over mixing. Alright, I forgot to put in the vanilla extract, so it's a teaspoon of that goes in. It won't hurt anything, but I do have to mix it into a fully formed batter now. Alright, there we go. Alright, so I'm going to use a cake pop maker for making my donut holes, but you can use a donut pan, because since this recipe is for baked donuts and not fried. And I am just taking a little bit of sunflower oil and wiping each hole. Ooh. And you would want to do this with your donut pan. Although a pastry brush would work with this as well. You want to use an oil that doesn't have its own unique flavor, like sunflower oil. Alright, we have our cake pop maker plugged in to preheat. We have to wait for the green light to come on. If you're baking these in the oven, they bake at 325 degrees. Alright, so we have transferred our batter into a gallon-sized Ziploc bag, and we're going to snip off one corner and we're going to pipe it into the cake pop machine. And you can pipe it into your donut pan if this is what you have. Alright, so we fill it up just till it's level. You're making a mess, honey.
That's because you made the hole too big.
Okay, if you overfill them, they're going to puff up too much. Alright, and we're going to set our timer for 4 minutes. Alright, the timer's gone off. Donuts are done. They're a little overdone actually, so we're going to need to next load do probably 3.5 minutes. Yeah, I think we're going to have to. Okay, can you get a plate? Alright, for our topping, we have mixed together a 1/4 cup of sugar, a 1/4 cup of brown sugar, a tablespoon of cinnamon, and a teaspoon of nutmeg. And we also have 3 tablespoons of butter. Alright, so we're just going to take one of the donut holes, stick it on a skewer. I'm going to rub it in the butter. If you're frying the donut, you wouldn't need to do this. And then roll it in the cinnamon topping. You could just take it out of the oil and toss it into a paper bag, and it would stick from the oil. In fact, I think we're going to do the paper bag. Okay, I'm just skipping the skewer at this point. And we couldn't find a paper bag, so we're using plastic Ziploc. Whatever works. All right, give it a good shake. Okay, that should do. All right, here we go on round 2. And hopefully it'll work just a little bit better. He's got a smaller hole in the bag. No more. It's got to be even. Okay, that's better. So Matthew's being my hands today because he can hold on to things a lot better right now than I can. Yeah, this batch looks like it turned out a lot better. It might still go over a bit, but that's okay. We'll find out. And we're going to just cook this one for 3.5 minutes. Okay. Well, that batch looks much better. Still got a little residue. It's been, I think, 6 years since anyone's used this machine. So we were given it as a Christmas present at some point. They look like little Saturns with a ring around. So yeah, definitely 3.5 minutes, not 4 minutes. And looks like we are going to have enough for another batch, so this makes quite a few donut holes. Alright, that's how we did it. And the finished product. And this recipe made 4 batches, so pretty good.